Alright, Goldpain here, back again. Thanks very much for clicking on the video, and this is going to be a quick call for contributors, just like I did last year, but this year for Resident Evil. Let's have a look. Okay, so this year what I'd like to do is, so last year what we did was, myself and my fellow content creators on YouTube, we did, basically it was a video response to Retronauts. So Retronauts did the Resident Evil ranking hootenanny, I think in 2023 or 2022. So I listened to their podcast, I listened to their ranking and thought it was a really good idea. So Loch Ness Monster, Play More Games, Pink Princess, PJ Venom, and myself. So we did it last year, and we basically put was it 18 Resident Evil games, and then we put them in order, and then whichever game got the lowest score, that was the best game, and whichever game got the highest score, that was the worst game. Or not the worst, but you know, the one that came last. So I think it ended up being Resident Evil 2, so to no one's surprise or to no one's chagrin, it was Resident Evil 2. Although some of the games were a little lower than I expected. Like I think Resident Evil 1 Remake was a bit lower than I expected, and Resident Evil 0 was a bit lower. It was either Resident Evil 2 or Code Veronica came first, can't remember. But anyway, so I'm going to ask for some contributors here. So it's very easy. All you have to do is I will give you 18 Resident Evil characters. So you got to put your Resident Evil characters in order. So you can do it as a comment on this video, or you can do a video response with your characters in order as well. So your favorite characters, so as in like number 1 would be your favorite character. Like spoiler alert, my number 1 is Jill, and then my least favorite, number 18, is Ark from Resident Evil Survivor. So I've gone for just the player controlled characters from I've started at the very start. Like the characters in the list are obviously Chris and Jill, you know, from Resident Evil 1, Claire and Leon from Resident Evil 2, and then Barry and Rebecca from obviously Resident Evil 1 and 0, Ada and Sherry from Resident Evil 2, and then Ashely from Resident Evil 4, Sheva from Resident Evil 5, Helena and Piers from 6. I didn't pick the other guys from Revelations 2 though, or Revelations 1, because I don't really know them that well, and I just didn't want to put them in. Ethan and Billy, I put those in as well. I think Ethan is in like, was it 2 games now, so he's a pretty big character, and some DLC. Billy from Resident Evil 0, I think he's a very underutilized character. He's a very sort of like, he made his mark on Resident Evil a lot more than other characters did. Carlos, of course. Ark Thompson from Resident Evil Survivor. I think that's his name anyway, or is that the name is that the person he thinks he is? I can't remember. We'll call him Mark anyway. Wesker, because you can actually control Wesker in a number of different games, like Umbrella Chronicles and Resident Evil 0. So I thought I'd put Wesker in it, even though he's a bad guy. And then I put Steve in it, but you know, Steve from Resident Evil Code Veronica, because he is a controllable character in that. So, and then we'll just stick with those 18. Otherwise, if I put in like Parker and you know those other people, then I don't know, I'll just leave them out. So just put in the main gang and a few stragglers. So all you have to do is put them in order. So 1 to 18. So as in your top character be number 1, and then your least favorite character be number 18. So I've got mine done already. So I'm going to keep mine a little secret. And if I'll wait until I get like maybe 4 people respond, and then what I'll do is I'll take their scores, add them together, and then I'll do a video where I go through the characters one by one, and then we just look at, you know, a game where the character is in, and then we'll see where this big ranking gets us. So hopefully we'll have at least like 4 other people involved or 3 other people involved, and we put the scores together. So if that's not clear, let me know in the comment section below, and I will try and make it a bit more clear. Yeah, so hopefully a few people respond, and we can get this ranking hootenanny going, just like last year. Last year was very successful, actually. I thought that was very much fun. I had a great time doing it. So thank you very much for listening. Thanks for watching, and hopefully there's a few people that will do this. See you soon.